It's never been easier to get hold of a great high-spec smartphone without paying iPhone or Samsung money. And while Huawei's Honor brand might not have the instant recognition of the bigger names, it's hard to argue with performance and build quality like this for just £379. I'm Alex with Android Central, and this is our first look at the Honor 9. First off, there's a lot of Honor 8 DNA in this phone, which is mostly a good thing. There's a stunning 15-layer glass back panel which is now gently curved at the edges, and the splash of colour in this blue model continues around to the front, to the tapered 2.5D glass of the display. The updated design hasn't changed a whole lot compared to last year's model, but subtle tweaks like the removal of the plastic trim between the metal and glass makes it feel much more premium. And the curved back of course helps the Honor 9 fit more comfortably in the hand. Unfortunately though, this phone is still rather slippery, and the smooth glass will manage to slide its way across flat surfaces given the opportunity, one of my least favourite things about the Honor 8. Regardless, it's a gorgeous looking design and a lustrous counterpart to the unremarkable visuals of its main rival. And while we're mentioning OnePlus, the Honor 9's button layout now mirrors that of the OnePlus 5, with a central fingerprint scanner that doubles as your home key, flanked by swappable capacitive buttons. On the front is a 5.15-inch 1080p IPS LCD panel which, while it's not 2K, still looks fantastically vibrant and is easily visible out in bright daylight. It's actually pretty rare to find high-end specs in an Android phone that's as small and easy to use in one hand as this, and after using a lot of phones at 5.5 inches and up, it's actually kind of refreshing to go back to something smaller. Sound is also a big focus for the Honor 9, with audio tuning by Grammy-winning engineer Rainier Maillard, and sound profiles inspired by Monster. The verdict on sound quality is going to be out until I've spent more time with this phone, but at the very least, the built-in loudspeaker seems suitably punchy. When it comes to internals, the Honor 9 is almost a carbon copy of the Huawei P10. Running the show is a Kirin 960 octa-core chip, a proven processor, with 4 or 6GB of RAM depending on which country you buy it in, plus 64GB of internal storage plus micro SD. There's also an ample 3200mAh battery with quick charging, which is pretty generous for this size of phone. Notable P10 features that you don't get include Huawei's faster supercharging technology and optical stabilization in the main camera. So there's a dual rear camera setup once again in this phone with a 12MP color sensor and 20MP monochrome sensor behind f2.2 lenses. Unlike the P10, there's no Leica tuning in this camera, but it really doesn't seem to be worse off for it. In my brief time with it, the Honor 9 was quick to capture images with vibrant colours and excellent dynamic range, and thanks to that 20MP sensor you also get the same hybrid zoom feature and portrait mode that we've been seeing in the P10. But we'll have to wait and see how it shapes up in darker conditions, where the new low-light mode with pixel binning is designed to produce clearer night shots. So on the software side, this is EMUI 5.1 based on Android 7.0 Nougat. Honor is already promising an update to Android 8.0 when it's released, but no time frame for that just yet. There's more on EMUI 5.1 in our Huawei P10 and Mate 9 videos, but the quick version is that this is Huawei's best software yet, although it is still highly differentiated compared to what you might be used to from Samsung, Google or HTC. However, it is a vast improvement on earlier versions of Huawei software as we saw on the Honor 8 last year. Out of the box, EMUI feels a lot more like Android now, and there's a pleasant blue and white theme running through Huawei's own apps, while other parts of the software can be endlessly themed and customized. So, great specs, quick software, a promising camera and a sharp design. All of this stuff is yours for £379 in the UK or €449 in Europe. That's impressive, and the Honor 9 looks set to give OnePlus a run for its money in the always interesting affordable flagship space. We'll have more on the Honor 9 in our full review, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that and all of our future coverage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.